So here are 4 reasons you need an MVP. Number 1, you need to test your idea. Your idea is a bunch of assumptions. Your MVP will take the most important parts of those assumptions and release them to the public to see if they resonate with anyone. And if enough people use it, then your idea is validated. Number 2, it prevents you from wasting time building nonsense. Early users will give you feedback on your product. You can see what parts of the app they use and which that they ignore. They will even tell you things like, I like this, but can you add that? Or maybe it would be nice if that happened on this part of the app. You can even then go ahead and charge them to see how much they are willing to pay to use your product. With all of this, you know what they really want and which direction to go before investing much more time and money into the idea. Number 3, it helps you minimize development costs. For every additional feature or beautiful design you put into an app, you'll have to pay more money. With your MVP, the founders of the app themselves can build and launch the product without anyone else, with their personal money. If it doesn't work out, they can just move on. If it does, then they can incrementally invest more money into the product and add more features as they go on. Number 4, it helps you attract investors. Your idea is worth nothing without some traction. Your MVP allows you to show that you've tested the idea, you've tested the market, and you've gathered some paying customers. It's much better off than walking into a meeting to say things like, oh, I have this nice idea and I thought it might work. Investors will not pay any attention to you. So I know I say it like it's easy. It's very hard to cramp your huge idea into a small, easy to build solution. But just to know, your MVP just needs to target the main pain points of your customer. For example, Instagram. You might not remember when Instagram, the first time you logged into Instagram back in like 2008 or so. It is very drastically different from what it is now. All you could do back then was just share like square photos, and about 5 filters were available, and that was it. Their main USPs at that time were the ease of shareability, the filters of course that made your photos look nice, and their mobile first approach, and that was it. They had initially started as a location check-in app called Bourbon that was struggling to get users, and they noticed that a lot of people were using the photo sharing aspect and not much else of the app, so they scrapped everything else just to focus on that. Obviously, they knew that photo sharing wasn't going to be a good USP for long enough. But what it did for them, it was that it validated their idea. It was their MVP. And they were able to get 1 million users in 2 months. That's the power of a good MVP. As of today, Instagram has DMs, videos, stories, Instagram Live, IGTV, Reels, Instagram for web. I mean, it's a full social media experience. If they had invested millions of dollars in Bourbon early on, they would have wasted all that money going in the completely wrong direction. So well, that's it for today. If you want to know how to turn your huge idea into a small MVP, leave a comment under this video and I'll make a video about that as well.